Hey folks, Dennis here. Just a little editor's note. We had some audio issues, so all of the tracks came together as one whole track. Sometimes things like this happen, and it's kind of unavoidable. I try to clean it up as much as possible, but there's going to be some robotic sounds and things. Not quite the quality that we love to put out, but it's very important that we get these episodes out. I find it interesting that Zach has given me another one of these episodes to edit. Maybe he's trying to sabotage me. Maybe he doesn't want you all to trust me. I don't know, but please forgive us, and please enjoy the episode. Bye.
I listen to a lot of music all the time because I am very ADHD and I need like something happening so that my brain can be like, oh, cool, I'm going to just really think about this very hard. I'm like, yes, finally I can get things done.
Yeah.
ADHD gang.
Bye, Kelton. I can't.
Dennis
I
can
can't
focus on things. God, what a
Dennis,
loser.
you're a functional human
Imagine.
being. Grow up.
I know. I'm sorry. I'm sorry that I,
have good coping mechanisms and went to school, didn't just drop out. Wow.
A winning smile.
Couldn't be
The
me.
fattest ass. The
Okay, one of
juiciest
those
jumper.
just bouncing
God.
pecs.
I'm so sorry,
I wish.
Dennis.
No, Bo, you're filling me with confidence because that's definitely not true. I can bounce my pecs though. That is
Hey,
that is
Oh,
one.
I want to do that.
that's hot boy shit, man.
You
Yeah.
got to do a lot of push-ups, and you got to really concentrate on like the muscle.
Mhm.
Like just really think about it, and then it happens.
Like growing
The
houseplants. That's why you can't grow houseplants. Didn't you always think about your muscles?
It's true. Always thinking about my muscles.
Oh, do you have a lot of house plants?
No, I don't. I can't keep them alive.
Well, I certainly wish that getting muscles were as easy as pulling off my arms and replacing them with more muscular ones the way that the Mr. and Mrs. Potato Head, or should I say, they Tato Head
Wow.
toys.
Whoa.
You take a while to come up with that one, bud?
No, that was really bad, and it took me like 2 seconds, and I just have been waiting to use it.
Are you sure?
Off the
Are
top
you
of the
sure?
dome.
I
God.
really unpacked everything out of my ass to see what I had, Bo.
Yeah.
And that was it.
And a
Yeah,
potato head
there
was
was-
in there.
Yeah,
turns
there was
out.
three.
Yeah.
There was 3 Hitachi wands, a bad dragon, and this this joke.
God. Yeah. No, it's really funny. Like every time you think the fucking like dumb culture war shit can't get, well, just any dumber. I mean, fucking people go and pick like, oh yeah, no, we're gonna be mad about the non-genderedness of this fucking fictional potato toy, which as I understand too, they're still gonna be like, oh, these are the Mister parts for the potato head.
Yeah, I think
You know.
I can't remember who first reported on it. I think it might have been the Guardian or something, or the Atlantic. It was something. It was like one of these liberal outlets too. That was just like Hasbro or Mattel or whatever is renaming, or like taking out the gender of the Mr. Potato Head toys, and it's like no one read beyond the headline, and whoever wrote it initially purposefully did that to get people pissed off because it does explain that they're just changing the name of the brand from Mr. Potato Head to just Potato Head.
Yeah.
Are you
That's
sure about
all.
this? Are you sure this children's toy isn't going to somehow endanger my masculinity?
I'm very sure. And
My
actually,
very secure masculinity, I should add.
They're just giving you a bunch
well,
of
that's why you
extra.
suck dick.
I'm sorry. Let me clarify again. My very secure and handsome masculinity. There we
There
go.
you
Okay. Yeah.
God,
Bo,
I
you
can't
see-
stress this enough.
Yeah.
They're
Bo, you have posted shirtless photos of yourself on Twitter. You are very handsome.
I think so. I think I have at some point.
been very handsome. Yes.
Uh,
Posted
maybe.
shirtless pictures.
Who's asking? Who's asking?
What I'm worried about is that they're going to pack too many boy and girl parts into here so that you can turn your potato heads into whichever genders you want. And suddenly, what if you accidentally have 2 Mr. Potato Heads and they kiss under the under the pale moonlight, in
You
Mr.
mean
with
my
next to your-
post-COVID plans?
next to your Barbie dolls.
Just Mr. Gay Tato Head.
Yeah, what if your two
Yeah.
Mrs. Potato Heads start I can't think of pejoratives for
I don't
lesbian
think.
sex.
Yeah, I don't think that you can get Mrs. Potato Heads to scissor. It's just the physics of it.
Yeah,
the
they're
way
too
that built.
bulbular. It doesn't really.
Yeah.
Bulbular. But I think this is funny too, because if I recall correctly, there was once a Mr. Potato Head, like kit of clothing that was like lady clothes, because Mr. and Mrs. Potato Head are slightly shaped just slightly differently. So these were like lady clothes for Mr. Potato Head,
Hell yeah.
and it was like, so you could have like a drag potato head,
Hell yeah.
Oh, nice.
or like
You
yeah,
weren't
just,
dragging
like-
this potato out of my head.
Yeah. So it's like, y'all are like 12 years too late to this controversy, as always.
Yeah, like many, if not most, aspects of I don't know, just American conservatism. It's really a thing of, hey man, do you have real problems? Please, like, do you have any like real fucking grievances that aren't a children's toy being fucking different?
Hasbro
marketed?
just doesn't want to keep paying for the molds for the Mr. and Mrs. Potato Heads and all their different parts. They
Yeah.
just want to have one potato head, and then you can make it whichever gender you... Oh, damn it, we ruined it. Okay. All right, you know what?
Did it again. You did it again. If you so much as acknowledge the fact that like gender is like, mutable and kind of arbitrary, like you've been stuck with a hot potato, as they say. That's a saying, right?
Yeah, that's definitely a saying.
We stuck you with the
Yeah.
hot potato.
Stuck with a hot potato.
Don't look
Right
a
up
gift
your ass.
potato in the back portion where they store all its body parts. I tell you what.
Oh,
Oh my god, I forgot they do that.
I forgot
They
that's where
do.
they store them. They just
Oh
That
my
was
God.
that was my
Just
that was
store
my
'em in the
joke about
ass.
pulling it out of my ass.
That was my joke about my plans for once those vaccines roll out.
Forgot about this.
Psychic Dolphin Garage.
Hey everybody, welcome to another episode from the Psychic Dolphin Garage. I'm Zach,
I'm Bo.
And I'm Dennis.
and we are joined today by a wonderful guest and a good friend of the pod. We have Paul, the General Line. Welcome. How are you doing today?
Doing really well. Thank you for having me on.
It is absolutely our pleasure to bring fun, entertaining people onto this podcast. And you have been both fun and entertaining.
Yeah.
We are entertained. We're having fun.
Not to mention too, now that Texas has internet again, all this stuff is really novel. Like, I could grab a hold of a fucking hand cranked old school box on the wall mounted telephone and just be like, oh yeah, oh this
Mhm.
shit slaps.
I'm excited that you're here today, Paul, because we often talk about dicks on this podcast, but we have two bi boys and two gay boys on now. We now really get into the dick discourse.
I believe they call that a supermajority.
Yeah. This
The
this,
dick
en-
scores.
this entire podcast is now just cocksuckers. It's great.
Hell yeah.
Finally. The first podcast, probably. First
The first
podcast
one.
for and by dick suckers.
There you
It's
go.
great.
Just gave you guys a new
We're-
tagline.
And-
We're
and
really
honestly, we'll
tilling
take it.
fertile soil here. Incorporating the dick sucking into our brand was the least difficult part of creating this show,
Mhm.
and we are happy that you get to be a part of it now, Paul. Obviously, this week, a lot of bad stuff happening everywhere, constantly, incessantly. We've tried to, pick and prod at the zeitgeist to and keep you informed, keep you entertained, and keep you angry enough to keep tweeting at Joe, "Hey, where's my $2,000
Where
for
the
the
fuck
next
is
6
my
months?"
$4,000, Diamond Joe? Come on.
For the next 6 months until he finally cuts those goddamn checks.
Any day now.
Joe Biden's gonna
Any-
be like your grandpa with the like Alzheimer's and forgets when your birthday is. So we'll just hopefully sporadically just send you like money, like every month or
Oh,
so.
no.
Just thinking that like, oh, this was his birthday, right? I think so. Yeah.
Love that. That's a great angle.
Oh, I wish that actually happened.
It's like a $25 gift card, but after the whole year, you're like, all right, this is okay.
Yeah.
Joe Biden get Alzheimer's 2021 challenge.
I
More
I
like-
think I think we've been.
I was
had.
gonna say more like 1997 challenge, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's been at this.
Listen here, Jack.
Kamala
Listen,
Harris.
we're
Joe Biden's
pushing
gonna
them
die, and
left.
Kamala. Yeah, we've got we've gotten the lever, and we've gotten a place to fulcrum it. So like Archimedes, we can move anything to the left.
Wow.
God.
Just a little bit. Like not a lot, just a little bit, but I think
Yeah.
that should be enough.
The lever in this metaphor, of course, being I've got a really Vosh ownage compilation on my phone, President Biden, that I'm ready to show you. So if you just want to sit here for 4 hours and clear this bong out a couple times, buddy, let's make a Tuesday afternoon of it. All right.
Yeah, it'll be great.
It'll be great. Much like the vaccine rollout is going great.
Oh, I was
Wouldn't
gonna
you say,
yeah,
Dennis?
I promise all the coughing is not from
Yeah.
the coronavirus. It's just because I'm a weakling.
It's because your lungs have given out after having gotten it already.
Yeah, see, Joey Blowy, meanwhile, rips him like a champ. Like, he'll clear that fucking, like 5-foot tube out, no problem. But, yeah. No, me,
God,
I had the virus, and, now I can puff barely a toke. That's what the weed smokers call it, right?
Pobrecito.
Barely.
Marijuana cigarettes.
Yeah, all the jazz cigarettes that he picked up from Corn Pop are now useless to me.
He should stay away from Corn Pop. He is a bad dude.
He's a bad dude. He's a mean
He's a bad
motherfucker.
Bo's gone from a one hitter to a half hitter.
No. Again, pobrecito.
A .1
Yeah.
hitter is what I'm at right now. Yeah. Can't even barely blow the breathalyzer when I'm pulled over driving to fucking I don't know, Raising Cane's.
Yeah,
Sure.
to the
You
to the beach to throw batteries into the ocean.
Yeah. God, fuck $2,000. If the president would just come with me to like the Gulf of Mexico and just huck some car batteries in, like, cool.
Hey,
you got my vote for the next cycle, buddy.
Yeah, to be fair, even if it was bad for the environment, which it fully is not, it is.
No,
100%
it's
safe.
recharged electric eels is good for the environment. First
Yeah.
of all,
Yes.
But even if it was bad for the environment, we're acting as if like there wasn't a giant oil spill that is still affecting the Gulf right now.
I mean, that's the thing. For us to pivot away from using fucking Gulf oil, which is dirty and dangerous and harmful, throw batteries in. Use the batteries in the Gulf to charge the Texas power grid, because Lord knows it needs the help.
Yeah,
And fucking
Yeah.
bada bing bada boom. I just
Just-
solved the energy crisis. You're
just
welcome.
everyone in Texas just put it, like get an extension cord, take it to the Gulf. You're good. That's how electricity works.
Just run them all to your fucking
Or
electric smokers,
straight down
and
I-45
cowboy appliances.
through Galveston. Yeah.
It's gonna be.
It's gonna be great.
Well,
Glad we got that sorted out here on the podcast.
almost as great as the vaccine rollout is going,
right.
Yeah. That old gem.
because it's good. It's good,
I mean,
folks.
oh-
Get the vaccine. Are you driving down the road? Look at me. I'm a sign. Get the fucking vaccine, idiot.
Right. So LA's doing this wonderful. LA's actually doing something which I'm surprised that they're doing, but they are prioritizing a lot of black and brown neighborhoods around LA because a majority of those people are essential workers. But they've also,
The help needs to be vaccinated before they're allowed to come back in.
Right,
Remember that, Margaret.
But there's also been like there has been like a racial justice angle to this. I do believe that people have been kind of pointing out the fact that black and brown people, when it comes to things like healthcare, are often very low on the pecking order. So
Yeah,
No.
well, and they've already been. They're like the majority of people that have died due to COVID-19.
right. So, LA is prioritizing black and brown neighborhoods. However, a lot of wealthy people are saying that this is causing a slow rollout. So, folks in like Beverly Hills and Van Nuys and all of the nicer, more rich and white parts of LA have been apparently buying access codes. These codes that you go up to the vaccination site and give to get your to get your vaccine. It's great.
So you're telling me a bunch of stupid motherfuckers who like have only drank gin since the 1940s and have like corny fake transatlantic accents are sabotaging like normal people's lives? No,
Yeah.
really?
People
Come
that
on.
say
I've been locked on my 300-acre ranch for an entire year. It's not fair that the Uber Eats delivery driver gets the vaccination first.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah. The fucking
God.
like, hey, we're gonna sing John Lennon's "Imagine" at the beginning of this, and then stop paying taxes for the rest of it. Crew.
No,
Yeah.
but I really hope it's that first type of Angelino that you were mentioning, because that Angelino is dying out. The Angelino that has the transatlantic accent that says Los Angeles and Mexico.
Yeah.
Ooh.
I'm gonna and Mexicans. Oh God, I'm gonna miss them when they all die out next year. But Tommy Lahren was on Fox News. I don't know why she was being asked, like, what do you think about this whole thing?
Because everybody
because
who's
we know
career is on
why.
the fucking
I mean,
rocks
she-
is
she-
at CPAC.
Yeah, I mean, she does live in L.A., which, like, why? Move. You hate it here, move. But she said, and I quote, what racial justice has to do with making sure people are vaccinated and public health and safety is beyond me. And,
Damn. Well.
She's a smart one.
Yeah. It's like, yeah, Tommy, I guess it is beyond you.
Yeah. Yeah. Way beyond.
It's interesting. It's interesting that they literally made a program where you make access codes and have to show documentation to show who you are in order to get the vaccine, so that they could roll it out according to whatever giant spreadsheet they have of all this stuff.
Because it's always a fucking spreadsheet.
So yeah, so that it will be most effective across the whole city. And then rich people are still like, no, let me buy it with my money. money.
Well,
God.
it's they really just want to go fucking buy expensive shit at Sur La Table again. Like, that's all. I'm
Can't if all the employees are dead.
I'm gonna drop a whole bunch of LA. They want to go fucking shop at the Americana. Go to the fucking was that American Girl doll place and eat,
Yeah.
What Thomas Ligotti book is this? Where like there's some terrible fucking Karen just like slamming the bell at the front desk at fucking I don't know Pottery Barn, and meanwhile on the other side of the front desk there's just a corpse like moldering. slumped over on
Hello.
the thing.
Excuse me.
Can you
Like
help
the
me,
worst Yelp
please?
review.
God, I wish I was joking about
Look-
some of these things too, but the Americana is really just a terrible place to go shopping.
There's anarchy in the Tivana, or I guess Tivana's closed now.
Yeah, Tivana's not around anymore.
I haven't been to the mall in so long. I just forgot that like some of these stores have disappeared.
Ugh,
God.
malls.
The Americana is one of those outdoor malls though, so it's like a shopping experience.
Yeah.
yeah,
You go
yeah.
into the you go into the Patagonia outlet.
No, not an outlet. Are you kidding me? It's Patagonia. I think they actually do have a Patagonia. And oh yeah, Sur La Table is there. I was.
They
gonna joke
took
about that, but they-
pieces of the actual Patagonia
Yeah.
region and then just fucking transplanted them into this fucking shitty mall. Yeah, so
It's
to
like
actually talk about the important
all
part of
of-
this, though,
No, okay.
yeah, I mean, just the fact that, like, oh, yeah, obviously, like, any attempt at this, vaccine rollout being at all equitable or, God forbid, helping the people who are most impacted by it, just, by the fucking numbers. No, that's not, that's cringe.
I think
Sorry.
I've
What could racial justice have to do with helping people that are like
yeah
proportionally most likely to die or catch COVID?
right.
Yeah, it's not like this
what
country
could
it
has
be?
like a history of like fucking
you know,
illness or dare I say genocide level pandemic based racialized
Oh.
use of illnesses. So
Oh,
What if the problem is
California?
that Tommy Lahren is looking at these lists and she's colorblind. She doesn't care if you're
Oh,
black
yeah.
or green or
Uh-huh.
purple or red.
Obviously.
So it doesn't make sense. She
No.
can't grasp what all these numbers and identifiers mean.
Yeah, it's not like California's had a history of going into houses where there were people who were mentally ill or just suspected of being mentally ill because they were like, black or brown and not following the rules, and then just taking them away and sterilizing them and making sure their families have no idea where they are for 50 years. That actually did happen to one of my great aunts. She was taken by her taken away from her family, sterilized, and they didn't know what happened to her
Oh,
for
no.
50 years.
Wow.
Oh no.
Yeah. God rest.
Are
her soul.
we Bo, are we happy that we traded Tommy Lahren for Elon Musk?
What
Well,
what
you got-
trade exactly is this, Zach? I don't
I mean-
remember signing up for this.
I'm not like the one in charge. I don't have to pin my name on all of these trades, but it went through regardless. So
I'll dig into the paperwork at a later date maybe. So we can
I
really get to the bottom of this.
Yeah, I didn't realize one Tommy Lahren was worth like Elon Musk, Joe Rogan, and Grimes.
Yeah, I mean, talk about a fucking side grade. It's like, all right, man, I guess.
it takes literally all three of them to be as shitty as Tommy Lahren is, just casually.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But that
let's hear Elon's. It's the fucking American Psycho business card scene. Let's hear Elon's thoughts on racialized
Let's hear Elon's
illness.
thoughts. Elon Musk has to shitpost on Twitter all day just to get the kind of attention that Tommy Lahren gets given on Fox News.
So minorities can't use Dogecoin, and then he throws up an OK sign, and the price goes up to like 50 cents or something again. I don't fucking know. I
God
don't know
damn.
about crypto.
None of us do. Nobody knows how it works.
It's magic, dumb, fucking power wasting internet money. That's how it works.
It's magic, you know.
Yeah.
Anyway, another entry in the long list of shitty fuck ups. Not in California, but in Arizona this time, has been discovered that there's a software flaw in the prison inmate system that is keeping people imprisoned long after their sentence is over.
Mm-hmm.
The state of Arizona has the fifth highest imprisonment rate in the country, and its incarcerated people are mostly nonviolent drug offenders.
Wow. Surprise, surprise.
I'm surprised because Arizona is supposed to be like the where all the people that don't like how how Texas is like not white supremacist enough move to Arizona and buy land and then live out on that land and then just shoot people that come onto their land
That's how it
because they
works,
bought land right next
Yeah.
to the border so they could do that specifically.
From my understanding, Arizona is like Florida for like how like New Yorkers will retire to Florida. That's where like Mormons from Utah will retire to in Arizona.
Oh boy.
I'm
Does
I'm
not
looking
bode
up-
well.
I'm looking up. I'm trying to find Department of Corrections inmate ethnic distribution by unit. Really not very easy to parse through these numbers. But nearly a third of all inmates in Arizona prisons are Mexican American or Mexican. Like together, it adds up to over a third being Mexican, either Mexican national or Mexican American. And 4.2% are Native Americans, 16.7 are African Americans. So that means a majority of people in prison are people of color in Arizona. Wow, shocker, really, but who knew?
Who could have seen this coming?
Who could have seen it coming?
Are you telling me the state that is home to Arizona's own fucking Joe Arpaio? Are you telling me there might perhaps possibly be some systemic racism there? I don't know about that one, buddy. I'm gonna
Sounds
need to see
fake.
some more I don't know, Politico articles or something.
Uh-huh.
We need to add to in this episode, like every time anyone says Arizona, pause for effect. There's like a booing sound effect. I think that would be. I think that'd be great.
Did you know that in 2019, the state legislature passed a law aiming to change this over-imprisonment of nonviolent drug offenders by providing a way for nonviolent criminals to secure early release. It was supposed to release nearly 7,000 individuals that are incarcerated, allowing them to shorten the length of their sentence by up to 70%. But so far that hasn't happened. The Arizona Correctional Information System, ACIS, which manages much of the lives of people who are incarcerated, is known to be full of glitches with more than 14,000 bugs documented in its years of use.
It's a lot of bugs.
It has messed up
Wow.
tracking inmate health care, financial accounts, and religious affiliations.
An
There was somebody that had,
interesting metric for sure.
somebody that had a paper proving their religious preference, and they wanted to get a religious accommodation. It was denied because they went with the computer, not the paper receipt.
Ah, of course.
Oh, good.
Or just like you
So-
know, taking someone's word for it, maybe.
Yeah,
Like that.
yeah. Here's your bacon, sir.
Yeah, no, it's like, yeah, exactly. It's like, no, dude, yeah, I've been, praying 5 times a day for the fucking, 8 months you people have kept me here, just like as a bit. Yeah, that's it. God damn.
Did it for the lulz.
Yeah. Just,
So-
I just figured I'd like have fun with it, you know. God damn, man.
I'm really into it now because I've been doing it for so long. It's just part of my
Yeah,
prison
no, I was
routine,
doing,
which
the
I'm
whole
gonna make a
Islam
YouTube
thing
video about.
ironically, and then like, wow, no, this is spiritually fulfilling as hell, man. Let's keep it going.
Wait, isn't that just
So-
graph?
No.
Wow.
That was a joke. That was a joke.
We love all of our podcaster friends.
Yes.
This is directly from whistleblowers that are releasing this information because nothing has been changed.
Mm-hmm.
The whistleblowers within the Arizona Department of Corrections have told us that there are new rules around earning that the new rules around earning early release haven't been integrated into the tracking software. They passed this in 2019. They have still not implemented it into the software.
Well, ever since COVID started, it's not like people have been like doing a lot of work, like, for instance, using computers.
Yeah.
Yeah, from
How have they
from
done it?
home instead of going into the office even.
Uh-huh.
Since we're all stuck at home, how are they supposed to have
There you
accomplished
go.
this already?
That's the trick right there.
Mm-hmm.
If only they had like $50 to spend on the internet a month,
Yep,
then maybe.
that would do it. That's all they. That's all they need. That would cover the entire Arizona fucking State Department of Corrections, and yet. Ugh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So in October, employees within the corrections department sent an internal change request to higher ups in October of 2020, a year after, detailing the need to adjust the ASIS software so it functioned in accordance with the law. Regarding the new early release date system, the report states currently this calculation is not in ASIS at all. The parent company that owns the software wrote in an email to Gizmodo that these change requests are how new laws are usually integrated into computer systems. It maintained that its software doesn't have a bug, but just hadn't been adjusted properly.
Oh,
The
of
company
course.
didn't address the miscalculations and the other aspects of the system or acknowledge that the change request was never implemented. Instead of creating the new calculation or using a new system, the department leaders reportedly asked everyone to keep the issue quiet. We were told we were too deep into it. Too much money had been spent. We can't go back now.
God, that is so incredibly
God.
fucked up.
Wow.
What
Jesus.
the
All right.
hell, man?
What do you think costs more, a prison management software, a correctional institute software, or a supersonic drone? Which one costs more? Submit your guesses.
And let's fucking. There's no way this fucking software costs more than.
The
I
software
don't
costs
know.
$24 million, Bo.
Okay.
$24 million.
Great. I'm very glad the fucking Google Sheets Plus and also some dickhead's salary cost $24 million.
Yeah, it's like they couldn't like wiggle that in with their like turquoise fucking budget. Like they couldn't figure that one out.
No,
God.
we have to have enough turquoise to encrust the gates, Dennis.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, every fucking
Wait, that's New Mexico,
hot
not
dog
Arizona.
neck,
What the fuck?
Fucking
No, the
high
entire
school
Southwest
bully
is turquoise.
who needs
Okay,
a job
okay.
right out of fucking high school. They need their big belt buckles, and
That's true.
yeah.
They just need to. I was They just all need to like take a trip on down to Sedona and figure it out.
Just really
That's
vibe for a while.
Yeah, just
man.
really vibe. Just sort of figure that's what it is. They've just been too busy, sort of like perennium bleaching at Sedona to like, to fix this bug and figure out how to get that $24 million.
Classic mistake.
Oh
yep.
no.
I mean, you learn so
We've
much
all
about
been there.
yourself, though.
Yeah, the whistleblower estimated that fixing the glitch would take more than 2,000 expensive hours of reprogramming. So if we have
Goddamn.
10 developers, that's 200 hours.
I
That's
know,
3 weeks.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's like, but like that's 2,000 for one person. There's more than one person working at this office.
Well, you say that, and yet
don't
I would
know
not be
that.
surprised to find out. Yeah, that's just, like not the case. Running a real fucking
Oh my
skeleton
God.
crew or something.
It's actually a skeleton. It's just there.
Yeah, it's every stock photo of a skeleton sitting in front of like an IT help desk. Is from that fucking county in Arizona. There we go.
But it's
Solved it.
but they need you to know that the skeleton is a woman, so they gave it like it gave like skeleton boobs.
Like a skeleton bra. Yeah.
Bone titties.
Yeah, bone titties.
Skeleton
like just
titties,
some
exactly.
Bone
red
titties.
Love it.
Skeletitties. Yeah. 10 people, it's 200 hours, that's 5 weeks to fix this. That's like a month.
Too
That's a
long.
month and some change if it's we're talking about February because
Lord knows
obviously.
we would do this on the shortest month.
Obviously.
Yeah, exactly.
Now, the only problem is, though, have you considered that this wouldn't be helping people, this would be helping prisoners, which are a distinct class that
Ooh.
just whose rights don't matter, because fuck it. Who cares?
I mean,
nothing
isn't-
matters.
Did you know that even if it took another $1 million to fix this software bug, that they are projected to save more than $1.4 billion over the next 10 years because they don't have to feed and house people?
That really worth
Shit,
it though?
Yeah.
But yeah,
You
have
gotta look at both sides.
Yeah, have you considered the returns just in raw cruelty that
Yeah.
the Arizonan taxpayer is receiving thanks to this this setup we've got.
Yeah, these these bottle blondes with these like terrible sunburns do run off of cruelty. We have to remember that.
You
everyone with
you think Dog the Bounty Hunter's hair just looks like that because of, like fucking he spends 5 hours straightening it every morning? No, that's just like the blood of like wrongfully executed individuals just running through it every day.
You can't buy a bejeweled flip flop at Chico's with cash. You do have to use cruelty.
Oh man, this sucks bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Their
Jesus
solution
Christ.
in the meantime, since they know the system isn't working and been told to cover it up, is
Okay,
to
wait to
say
hear
that they are
this.
calculating release dates, manually tracking eligibility, completion, and release dates earned
Yeah, using fucking abacuses
on a
apparently.
spreadsheet. Yeah, no. Because the software is Google Sheets. Yeah, they're doing it literally with like
Is it
with
really?
like abacuses and. It might as well be. It's like all this stuff is like a SQL database and then a fancy like web interface that you open up and you start typing names in and it fills it out automatically.
Yeah,
This shit's not
that's the
fucking
thing.
hard.
Like, fuck this whole like, oh, it's gonna cost 20 fucking million whatever dollars and ton of man hours to fix it. I will go into like fucking Salesforce right now and make you like okay, here's their name, here's their fucking like like shirt size. There you go, you fucking morons.
We got
That
Trello
was
boards
20
for a
minutes
reason.
and like 15 minutes of that was me watching a YouTube video on how to do it.
I could literally set up a MySQL server and then program like all the SQL stuff that you need to pull all these different things, and then like it's gonna take me a little bit to learn like the PHP to make it show up on like a fucking web page or TypeScript or whatever the fuck. But
Yeah,
it's not.
and that
this
time
is not
will
rocket
be,
science.
will be like 2,000 man hours, and
If you
will
paid me
need
for 2,000 man
millions and
hours,
millions of dollars.
if you paid me for 2,000 man hours, I would do it in 2,000 man hours.
There you
and,
go.
And dear listener, that the last like minute when they were talking about programming, you figured out which ones were the bisexuals. Paul and I are over here just sort of like drooling or like twiddling our thumbs.
Just bouncing your pecs, just watching them bounce back and forth, Dennis.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's what I do.
I believe that's called dudes rocking.
Oh, this
Anyway.
is terrible. This sucks. Hopefully this
It
story
do-
gets bigger because right now this was leaked to KJZZ.
Oh, great. So it's just
It's a local. It's a
This
it's
is Drive Time
because-
Radio.
the Kajiz
The
is how
Kajiz.
you pronounce it, I believe.
That's my
course.
next D character, Kajiz.
Yeah, this is the people
he's
that
a
broke
jizz
the story
wizard.
as far as I can tell. It's 91.5 KJZZ. This is like a local AM radio. This just reinforces the idea that we need to put Bo on an AM radio station, the Psychic Dolphin Morning Show,
Yeah.
where he can break big stories about
But using
Houston prisons.
using shock jock voice.
Have you heard about
Dead
how
in
our
a
prison
apparent terrorist attack in fucking I
in
don't
New York
know. I
City?
can't-
The terrorists,
I can't improv this level of tragedy. All right.
the terrorists, they were birds. The birds have been killing everyone in New York City. We haven't heard from them in days. Why do you think the New York Stock Exchange is just crashing right now?
Well,
Well, good. Hopefully this story gets more. It's on the slate. The slate is fucking liberal bullshit, but
Yeah, but it's better than nothing.
yeah, the
Yeah.
slate's picked it up, so that's good news. Hopefully we will be we'll be hearing more about that, and Arizona will get Biden will fly down to Arizona personally to release those prisoners.
yeah, what came of him coming to Texas? Did you hear anything about that, Zach?
Did he do a flyover like George Bush did, where he's looking out the airplane window, then they flew him right back to D.C.?
he went cruising up and down 6th Street in his big fucking Camaro, like pulling over, handing people $2,000 wads, and was like, "Listen here, Jack." But I
Yeah,
missed that, unfortunately.
Yeah, I hope he's like a grandpa who just forgets when your birthday is and just hands you 20.
There you go. Just a
Yes.
fat fucking roll of it's all 50s actually. He deals exclusively in 50s.
Oh, like a
That
weirdo.
is something my grandfather
Yeah.
would do.
Yeah. If
He always has,
if you're
like, a
chick, he
$50
talks
bill
when
on
you're
him.
raw.
Oh,
It's that's the stimulus plan, folks. And boy is it stimulating.
yeah, he did visit. He like pressed the button on dropping bombs in Iran, and then he flew to Texas.
Good thing you didn't get those mixed up, I guess.
I mean,
At this point, who could
Was
blame him? But still.
I was
true.
gonna say, is it a shame that he didn't mix that up? Like somebody, like, I would miss you boys, but I think I could handle the show by myself.
I mean, in one sense, that would be more money that the American government has like spent involved
On
with
its
me
own people.
ever. Yeah, on its own people. Than anything in a while. So
Yeah, and then
you know,
we'll
there's
get
that at least.
Well, they really are dropping the big ones on us today, aren't they, Mom? Oh, you know it, son. Joe Biden, he cares about Texas.
We don't even have basements here. That'd be incredibly fucked up.
Oh yeah, yeah. If there's ever an like nuclear war, Houston is gonna be gone because we're like the biggest port, and we do all the gas and oil for like 2/3 of the country or whatever the fuck we tell ourselves.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's nowhere to go. It's all flat like marsh. You dig down 2 feet and you're in water. So
Yeah, literally every
sorry.
foundation of every building in the city is just it's built on the back of like a swarm of alligators.
Yeah, I don't know
Yes.
what's worse. You all in Houston getting bombed or me getting bombed over here in LA. It's in a valley. That area is gonna stick. It's just gonna stick right up in there, just sort of swirl around for, God knows how many years, like 500 or so.
yeah, I know. You see that, son? That's what the smog used to look like. It still looks like smog, but now it's nuclear smog.
Yeah.
It looks
Yeah.
exactly-
Now it smells just a little different. It's not worse necessarily. It's not better. Just about the same level of effect on your health. I mean, but on the bright side, you get a kick-ass flag with a 2-headed bear. So there's that.
Yeah.
That's well,
That's
speaking of good for your health, HBO is doing a docu-series for talking about the QAnon phenomenon.
Mhm.
The
The
QAnon
phenomena of-
phenomenon, folks. KJZZ every morning.
The QAnomenon.
Oh, shut up.
I mean, that's
It's-
already.
Phenomenon.
uh,
I'm sorry.
Say that 5 times fast.
I hate that that's what got me. Yeah, it's
Sometimes these
bad.
throwaway very bad ones. They're what gets Bo.
Yep.
But that was not as bad as the Into the Storm documentary is going to
Oh
be.
God, right? That's the fucking title, isn't it? Of
Yeah.
course.
So it looks more the trailer looks like a spy thriller like Hitler's final hours. Q Into the Storm.
it's like
What really happened seconds before disaster?
Yeah, it's
Boy.
like a History Channel sort of thing.
Yeah, but on HBO, which, really
It's a
well
better
known for
budget.
how accurate their Chernobyl series was.
Mhm.
That reminds me of God rest his soul. My dad. This was I think fucking few years ago when Game of Thrones was like first getting big. Like a couple years after it was on, and like people realized, oh, it's not just sexual assault and nerd shit. There's like a show here. He staggers into the room and asks, "Hey, so is this like pre-Christianity or whatever? Is this when that's supposed to take place?" Keep in mind too, he's saying that as a dragon flies by on screen. So I think just if Joe Public like that is any indication, this show will have a profound effect on the American people.
Yeah, the real meat and potatoes of the world.
Yeah, the real the real gin and Xanax of the world.
God rest his soul.
Yeah, of
Oh
course,
my
of
God.
course.
God
Press F,
rest
press
your
F, press F,
father's
press F.
soul.
So yeah.
So good.
Anyway,
Fully
um,
just magic happening. Harry
anyway,
Potter was a documentary.
Harry Potter absolutely is a documentary. Gas station dick pills are what you have to take to see the Wizarding World. No, I
I've
think
taken those. Do not do it. I do not recommend the Wizarding World for anyone.
those are the every flavor beans, man.
They were
But,
like
yeah,
they were
I
like
think-
the Black Hornets. You take the Black Hornets. They got like yellow stripes on them.
God,
God,
what's
those
the,
were
what's the
those were
market
something
for
else.
these, really?
Too horny.
I don't know. I don't even care what was in them. Like it was probably just like some powdered caffeine and some vitamin B12. But Jesus Christ,
Yeah.
Oh, that'll get you.
I don't. Yeah, apparently. Yeah, disinformation experts aren't happy about the trailer for HBO's QAnon series, to say the least. This is not going to be. This is not going to be informative or help people. People don't understand the internet. That's why QAnon happened.
In the first place, yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, that's the thing. I was thinking like, really probably the worst thing you can do is like make this into a TV show, because that's what these fucking people already think it is. Is like, oh, obviously like, life is a Jack Reacher movie and I am the fucking protagonist. I'm Tom Hanks, Tom Cruise. I'm one of those guys.
Tom Hanks and Jack the Reacher.
We already did the Toy Story potato head thing. I'm sorry, that was earlier.
Right.
Fucking.
I also
Yeah.
think that it's just not helpful because, like you said, everyone already thinks that this is a movie, but the way that these people act, like I've been seeing a lot of people like coming out of Q, making statements and things like that, and the way that they're talking about it is like they were in a cult, and sensationalizing it certainly isn't going to help anyone. It's going to dig their heels into it even farther, and like.
Looking at you, Jared Leto.
Yeah, you really have to sort of approach this as like someone like in a traumatic situation, because it more like you if we really think about it, they are traumatizing themselves because they're creating this like paranoid world where they're like the superhero who has the secret to everything. So you almost have to like approach it with like a little bit more like just like empathy.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
that's probably not the worst way to do it.
Did y'all ever watch the Flat Earth series that they did, where they take flat earthers and like have them measure the curvature of the Earth?
I did not, but I imagine it was. I mean, I think it could be improved with like a America's Funniest Home Videos style like soundtrack, where it's just like every time they bumble into another like fucking 3000 BC level discovery, it's like, what? You know,
Yeah,
there's like a
but-
fucking spring sound effect, stuff like that.
My favorite one is the one where they're on the boat and they put the laser on the shore and they show that the laser is like sitting level, and then they drive out and they can watch the laser like climb up the big measuring board that they have to because they're going over the slope of the Earth.
Yeah.
That one's really cool.
A friend of a friend was on one of those like debunking trips. He went with I forget what it's called, but it's one of these skeptic groups that's here in California. They did it over in the Salton
Because
Sea.
Lord knows they need them.
I mean, there's a lot of woo over here in California.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, I mean, you know, fucking.
we're drowning in it.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, though, like that's the other half. Like the whole bunch of like spirituality and like the pastel Q people, like they really fell hard for this too. Even though they were,
absolutely. I mean,
even though
you know,
they're more or less like liberals, but you know, again,
well,
they dug
yeah,
their
in the
heels-
sense that like they're, you know, like culturally aligned with that kind
Yeah.
of thing. But I mean, half the time, like scratch a fucking New Ager and a like dude with a bunch of very suspicious odal rune tattoos bleeds. You know.
right? But,
Absolutely.
like, but they fell hard for it because again, people like were making fun of them, and like rightfully so, I think in some cases. But you know, they because they were ignored by you know, the government and not helped because you know a lot of their stuff involves like touching. Like you can't keep your massage business open if there's lockdowns, and of course all of these people are masseuses.
Yeah, the
Sure.
hands-on tit reiki that fucking, you know, every third fucking like way too tight man bun dude does on the side. Yeah, that's like probably like what, like 70% of y'all's economy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that basically. Also, I will have you know that if you're in California and your Reiki practitioner starts touching you, you like get out of there immediately.
That's the
They're
point.
not-
That's the
they're
point
not-
is that it's fucking, you know,
They're not
cool
allowed to
hand
touch
magic.
you.
Yeah.
They're not allowed to touch you. They are,
Fucked
unless they
up.
are also a licensed masseuse, they are really trying to cop a feel. Like, just please leave immediately.
Yeah, quit your magic act, David Copperfield. Come on.
David Copperfield. David
Yeah,
Copperfield. Okay.
as
No,
far
I
as,
got it. David Copperfield.
I
All
mean,
right.
I'll probably
Yep.
cringe watch this at some point.
No, but if you want to watch something that's actually really good about this, watch Dan Olson's Folding Ideas from
Yes.
the Flat Earth.
Oh yeah, that shit's great.
That was
I
amazing.
was, you know, just
Mhm.
expecting like a nice video essay to like do the dishes to, and like fucking, you know,
You were
Oh.
crying at the end.
yeah. I mean, because that's the thing, because like, you know, my mom's a big fucking Q idiot, and like seeing like some like glimmer of hope, but also like the stark bleakness of this kind of thing is interesting at least.
Yeah.
Yeah, shit.
Yeah.
I highly recommend it. Dan also is an amazing filmmaker. It's a very entertaining documentary,
Yeah.
and he's just a lovely Canadian. Dan Olson,
Yeah,
please come on
speaking
the
of,
show.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I think it's super bleak because this is not something that anybody at HBO is going to understand. Nobody who is making film for HBO is going to understand how to approach this. Much less explain it to people in a way that is useful. So
This is the series that, or this is the station that's bringing you Bill Maher. Like, this is all just gonna be a bunch of like liberal bullshit, like people like huffing their own farts, being like, oh, you know, look how great I am, how smart I am for not falling for this.
yeah.
So what I'm doing essentially,
Yeah.
because I'm right is the thing. Whereas
Oh,
Bill
I-
Maher, like, you know,
Mhm.
I don't know,
Wrong.
is dumb. and
Wrong.
bad.
Well,
Wrong.
you do have a gas
Wrong.
mask with a hose stuck up your butt.
Just
right now.
directly into my ass. Yeah,
Uh-huh.
yeah.
Mhm.
As I
With
think
your-
every fucking talk show host should have, but
Yeah.
that's a topic for another time.
Yeah, it's where you keep your Mr. Potato Head.
All the spare bits, you know.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. You Mr. Potato Head, your 3 bad dragons, your Hitachi, and the hose that you feed right
Sounds
into
like
your
a
mask.
fucking diesel generator in there. That's what kept me warm a couple weeks ago.
I was chugging along just fine. My poor neighbors, they were shivering in the cold. Not me. Fucking.
This asshole is just a caver.
You pour a little 89 octane in there. Ooh, baby.
Oh, she's purring.
It's a fucking AutoZone / Sam Goody up in Bo's ass.
I put the O in O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Ooh.
All right.
God. All right. Well, if you've made it to Bo's terrible final closing joke there, you're a true comrade.
Every other fucking Spotify ad. Is that still a thing?
I don't know. I have Spotify Premium.
Yeah, I haven't listened to
finally
Spotify in so long.
No, you know what? This is annoying enough. And between just a scrabbling of Bandcamp things I own and fucking Spotify Premium, no more O'Reilly. Thank God.
O'Reilly.
Don't say it.
Auto parts.
No. Have them cut us a fucking check first and then say it. Say it loud and proud at that point.
Oh yeah, cut that.
True.
Yeah. Cut
Okay.
No free
cut
cut
that out.
We'll bleep over that. We'll blur it out before we.
It'll just sound like an anti-Irish slur at that point, but this podcast is no stranger to
Good.
those. Anyway.
Yeah, again, very good. Very on.
If you've made it this far.
Based.
Oh.
Anyway, if you made it this far, as Zach was saying, Zach.
Do you want to read it, Bo? You can read it this week.
I can't read. You know that.
Okay.
Yeah, no, I'll give it a read. You got the fucking Patreon names updated?
I think they're updated. I don't know.
So I'm not making up hey, Ulysses, thanks for being on our Patreon for the $5,000 a month you're sending us.
Yeah.
Mr.
That
President, the
hog
$2,000 a month you're sending, you're gonna have to fucking step it up to good old Xavier here. If you made it this far, you are indeed a true comrade. Thank you so much for sticking around, for tolerating this for this long. Shout out to our patrons specifically, Scott, contributing to the dialectical tier, Abby, Spencer, and Tim for contributing to the Devil's Advocate tier. Y'all help keep this shit show rolling down the road. Let us know how you liked our most recent Patreon exclusive episode. If the cards align, I think it's going to be the return of everyone's favorite blue blur, just in time for, I don't know, March. It's not really.
I love that you say the cards align and not the stars align because you are in full control of the cards.
Well, fucking, I'm missing a few in the deck. Let's say I
hold them all in my hands, but
you
gotta put them down in the right order, and he hasn't quite figured out the right order yet.
There's fucking tarot cards.
You play your lands.
Cards,
you play your
Magic
lands.
the Gathering guys in there. It's not cohesive. All right. But yes. Since we're recording tonight, and that is Sunday, February 28th, aka Game Master Anthony's birthday. Google him if you don't know who I'm talking about. That was the arbitrary day that I happened to edit and also aligned with something funny. So enjoy episode 2 of Sonic High School, probably.
Is that just Anthony Fantano?
Could be. I don't know. How old's Anthony Fantano? 46?
I have no idea. I think he's
I don't know.
I think he's a little bit older than me.
46.
Well, we don't just have Patreon episodes coming out, but you should check that out after you listen to this. But Paul, thank you for being on with us. Thank you for also tolerating us the same way our audience does.
Oh, no problem. I had fun.
Well, that is great to hear. We also had a ton of fun, but we would love to hear the projects that you're working on, and where we and our audience can find the rest of all of your content that you do.
Sure. On Twitter and YouTube, which are basically the things that I use, it's just the general line. On YouTube, I make little video essays and short films on things that interest me, culture, politics, movies, whatever. That's kind of it. Nothing's really in the works right now.
But if you want to see a video of Paul in a tank top, just sort of talking to camera, watch any of his videos because he's always in a tank top.
I do enjoy a tank top.
Hell yeah,
it's
we're
a
partial
mood.
to a fine tank top on this podcast. This is an officially pro tank top podcast. It should be said.
Yeah, pro
Is
tank.
this a pro top podcast though?
Well, that's the jury's out on that, but
I would
Okay.
say we're amateur tops, but I wouldn't say we're pro tops yet.
Okay.
Yeah, I only started topping like 3 years ago, so I got to work my way up.
it's a lifelong journey.
Yeah.
That
Yeah,
is
you
true.
fight your
You learn
way to
something
the-
new every day.
You fight your way to the top of the ladder.
Don't.
Boo.
All right. Besides our Patreon episodes, which you get our normal one, and now you get a bonus Sonic episode. Check out our Patreon for the free Signal sticker pack that we have posted up there. If you message your friends or message us on Signal, you can use that. We also have some free episodes that are on our Patreon of both our Dolphins and Garages. Well, no, that one's on our normal feed. But like it's Dolphins
You can
and
find it
Garages,
wherever
quick
podcasts are
hits.
sold.
Dolphins and Garages, quick hits, all of our different fun shows are on the Patreon for y'all to preview. And they probably will be coming to the main feed at some point, but we're also figuring that out. So
Yeah.
check that out. New
Yeah,
episode
cool.
of Sonic.
Yeah, cool stuff in the works for everyone on the Patreon.
Oh yes, very cool stuff coming with all of our regular shows. We are planning lots more content. I have a new bonus series coming out. I'm gonna add to our
Repertoire.
Thank you. Fuck.
And
Then I'm gonna add to our stable of
Clearly
of bonus
well-planned
episodes.
and advertised podcast products. Yeah.
I swear to God, we have Trello boards with all this stuff. It is happening. I swear.
It's crazy. Yeah, for a fucking audio show, we do our talkifying so good.
So, yeah, we all do words the best. That's why we
Yeah.
did podcasting,
Yep.
so that we could all do
Do
good.
the best words.
Do the yep. That
Oh
them's
my
the
God,
ones. All right, so I'm gonna stop talking. Please get us out of here.
Okay,
Bye.
everyone. Bye.
Howdy, y'all. Don't forget to follow our link tree in the show notes to discover new things like our Discord, social media platforms, and all the places where you can listen to our podcast. Word of mouth is the best way to introduce us and other leftist creators to friends, family, coworkers, your AA buddies. Community is about more than hot takes online. And if you want to support our efforts, you can donate to us at patreon.com/psychicdolphingarage, which is spelled how it sounds. Hope to see you on the stream tonight. Enjoy this music by JJ Demon.
How the fuck I still got a full head of hair? Not a single gray. Fuck the cops, family first, every single day. Bringing a charm when I ring the alarm. My arm's got a box cutter insignia. We gotta abolish ICE, abolish it. No need to apologize, the Holocaust apologists. For no reason we colonized the land and put up monuments. Dope needles, dollar signs, the globe stares and astonish. I hope there'll be a punishment. I really wanna get bloody. I really wanna stand in judgment of anybody taking money from anybody in the struggle. Anybody on a budget. Poor people getting 10 to 20 for some dumb shit. Corporations incorporating a bloodlet. Mark my fucking words, this coup will not be bloodless. Mark my fucking words, this coup will not be bloodless. Mark my fucking words, this coup will not be bloodless. Mark my fucking words, this coup will not be bloodless. Mark my fucking words, this coup will not be bloodless. Mark my fucking words, this coup will not be bloodless. Mark my fucking words.
Let's live and learn.
Hey, Knuckles, it's Sonic.
I'm late for school! I have to get to school now!
He did not like any class very much that was not about running and going fast, which is what Sonic does best. Hey, Amy, said Sonic, check me out. And Sonic did a dance move.
Wow, cool, let's kiss. Rouge was telling me about the problems with your balls and penis and butthole that everyone found out about in your English class.
I'm gonna take a sip of beer.
This is not an audiobook. God. I am always here for you. The prom is tonight also.
Wow, I forgot. Sonic grabbed Tails' hand and said, let's go, and ran all the way to the prom, which was on an island called Ghost Island. Ha ha ha, Sonic and Tails. Now you are both here and fallen right into my trap. Eggman, why are you here? I kissed Amy, and now you can never date her again because I'm going to do sex to her tonight. This sucks! And curse words, too.
Want to hear more Sonic High School? Check out patreon.com/psychicdolphingarage.
Welcome, dear listener, to Dolphins and Garages, starring Charlie as Draws the Tinkering Construct,
I have no need of soup. We will be on our way.
Bo as Isham Emerlagon, the Roguish Bugbear,
Show me on this diagram where the fuck I ask.
Dennis as Berry Picker, the soft-hearted furbolg barbarian. I just get angry sometimes. It's okay though, right? And Artemis as the Dungeon Master.
Roll intimidation, all three of you.
That's a nat 20.
22.
5.
E.
Be the first to listen to new episodes of Dolphins and Garages on patreon.com/psychicdolphingarage. We'll see you in the garage.